Good day everyone. My name is Diana Asong with metric number 277154. I will start the presentation by introducing the topic of our study, which is the need to handle strategic issues in management accounting. The need to handle strategic issues in management accounting is referred to the importance of addressing the strategic issues by understanding and evaluating financial data in terms of organization objectives and overall strategic goals. Next, the concept that are going to be discussed in this study is strategic management accounting. Strategic management accounting, or SMA, is a form of management accounting that works on giving organizations both financial and non-financial information to help them make strategic decisions. SMA is in line with organizations' long-term goals and aims. Its goal is to help people make decisions that will have a long-term effect on the organization's market situations, competitive positions, and long-term growth. Besides, SMA looks at the future instead of the past. It includes making predictions and planning for different possible results to figure out how different strategies, choices might affect the organization's financial success. And finally, SMA takes into account more than just financial information. It looks at things that have nothing to do with money, like how happy customers are, how the market is changing, how competitors are doing, how technology is improving, and how the environment is doing. These whole system methods give a full picture of making smart decisions. Next is the reason why the topic of the need to handle strategic issues in management accounting was chosen is because, number one, to understand how to make strategic decisions. Analyzing financial information in the context of the general business plan is part of making strategic decisions in management accounting. By learning about this subject, we will be able to help an organization make smart decisions. It's important for a company's long-term growth, and that its leader understand how financial data and research can help them make smart decisions. Number two, to understand optimizations of allocating resources. Management accounting helps an organization use its resources in the best way possible. By looking at strategic problems, you can figure out where to put resources to get the most value and meet strategic goals. This includes figuring out how profitable and possible different projects are, figuring out the best way to price things, and managing financial resources well. Number three, to explore more on risk management. One of the most important part of management accounting is figuring out the dangers and unknowns that come with business choices. If you study this area, you'll be able to find possible risks, figure out how bad they might be, and come up with ways to deal with them. This helps reduce the bad effects of uncertainty and make choices that are more in line with the strategic goals of the organizations. Number four, to analyze better performance evaluations. Strategic management accounting makes it possible to judge how well an organization is doing at different levels. If you study this area, you can learn how to come up with and use success measures that are in line with strategic goals. This lets you judge how well different business groups, teams, or projects are doing and make choices based on those information. Number five, to understand better communication and teamwork in an organization. So learning about the need to deal with strategy problems in management accounting will help you to better explain financial information to different groups such as top management, investors, and people outside the company. So it makes it easier for different parts of the organizations like finance, management, marketing, and human resources to work together to reach the strategic goals. Now I will explain the level of implementation of SMA in worldwide and Malaysian context. In worldwide level of implementation, organizations all over the world agree that strategic management is a key part of their success. Strategic management practices are used by many organizations to help them deal with the difficulties in a competitive business world. The amount of applications depends on things like the business, the size of the organizations, and where it is located. Strategic management has been getting used more and more in developing economies. As organizations face more competitions and more changes in the market, they realize how important strategic planning and making decisions are to staying relevant and growing in a sustainable way. So, in Malaysian context, the strategic management has also grown in popularity in Malaysia over the years through numerous efforts such as the National Economic Development Plans and the Malaysian Vision 2020, which since been replaced by the Shared Prosperity Visions 2030. The Malaysian government has focused emphasis on strategic planning and economic growth. In the business world in Malaysia, both big and small companies have realized how important strategic management is to reach their business goals. So strategic management practices have been used by companies in fields like banks and finance, telecoms, industries and consumer goods, which to make them more competitive.
Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Muhammad Farhan bin Muhammad Tamizi with matrix number 280688. Today, I would like to present about objective of need to handle strategic issue in management accounting. The objective of handling strategic issue in management accounting is to support the organization's strategy decision-making process and achieve its overall objective. Overall, the objective of handling strategic issue in management accounting is to integrate financial consideration into the strategic decision-making process, support organization in achieve its strategic goal, and enhance its overall performance and competitiveness. Here are some specific objectives associated with addressing strategic issue in management accounting. First is aligning financial objective with strategic goals. The objective is to ensure the financial objectives are closely aligned with the organization broader strategic goals. Second is providing accurate and relevant information. The objective is to provide decision maker with accurate and timely financial information that is relevant to strategic decision making. Third is optimizing resources allocation. The objective is to allocate resources effectively and efficiently to activity and initiate that contribute the most of organization strategy objective. Fourth is managing risk. The objective is to identify and manage financial risk associated with strategy decision. Lastly is evaluating performance. The objective is to measure and evaluate the performance of different business unit, project or initiative in relation to strategic objective.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Razik, matrix number 284524, and I would like to continue with the literature review on this presentation. First one, we'll look into introduction. The strategic management accounting is a type of management accounting that focuses on providing information to help organization make strategic decisions. The term strategic management accounting was first used by Siemens to describe a set of accounting techniques that could be used to support decision making. There was also a 2008 study by Cadas and Gelding where they asked the question, what is strategic management accounting? In the same studies, they conclude based on evidence from reviewed literature, there are two perspectives of strategic management accounting. While one perspective focuses on strategically oriented accounting techniques, the other focuses on the actual involvement of accountant in the strategic decision-making process. There are existing 16 strategic management accounting techniques that are categorized under 5 SMA themes. We'll be looking at the most common themes. The first one is strategic costing and the planning, decision making, and competitor accounting. Strategic costing is a type of management accounting that uses cost data to help organizations make strategic decisions. By understanding their costs, organizations can make better decisions about pricing, marketing, and product development. There are 5 key costing strategic techniques. The first one is attribute costing, which identify and assign cost to a specific product attributes. The next one is life cycle costing, which calculates the total cost of a product from its development to its disposal. The third one is quality costing, which focuses on the cost of quality, including the cost of defect, rework, and warranty claims. The next one is target costing, which starts with the target price for a product and then work backward to determine the cost that can be incurred. The last one is value chain costing, which breaks down the value chain of an organization into its component activity and then assign cost to each activities. Strategic planning, control, and performance measurement are important aspects of strategic management accounting. By paying attention to this area, organizations can improve their chances of success. Some of the most important core, one of those are benchmarking. Benchmarking involves comparing an organization's performance to that of its competitor. This can help organizations to identify areas where they need to improve. The second one is integrated performance management. This involves using a variety of metrics to measure an organization's performance. This can help organizations to get a more complete picture of their performance. This can help organizations to achieve their goals easier and better. Strategic decision-making costing. It involves using information to make decisions about an organization's future. Some of the core strategic decision-making options include strategic costing. This involves using cost data to make decisions about pricing, marketing, and product development. The next one is strategic pricing. This involves setting prices that are competitive and profitable. Next one is brand valuation. This involves assessing the value of a brand. By using strategic decision-making tools, organizations can improve their chances of success for a short term and a long term. A better strategic decision.
Good day to everyone. My name is Ramya Mahindra and my metric number is 288153. Now I will be presenting about the implementation of strategic management accounting. It involves various steps and considerations. Here are some of the key aspects of implementing strategic management accounting. First, define and communicate the organization's strategic goals and objectives. It's essential to have a clear understanding of the organization's long-term strategic goals and objectives before implementing strategic management accounting. These should be communicated to all relevant stakeholders including employees, investors, and customers. Next, develop a cost management plan. A cost management plan is essential to ensure that financial resources are allocated in line with the organization's strategic objective. This involves identifying and managing costs across the organization to optimize resource allocation and ensure efficient use of resources. Implement performance measurement and management system. This involves setting up systems to track and analyze performance data regularly to ensure that financial objectives are being met. The system should be designed to provide accurate and timely information to support decision making. Use capital investment appraisal technique. So this capital investment appraisal technique enables organizations to analyze potential investment and projects from a financial perspective, helping to identify those that are most aligned with strategic goals and have the best potential for generating returns. Next is implement risk management processes. Risk management is essential to protect the organization's financial objectives and ensure that it is well positioned to navigate changing economic conditions. Risk management involves identifying and managing financial risks such as market volatility, currency fluctuation, and credit risk. So overall, implementing strategic management accounting requires a coordinated approach that involves aligning financial objectives with the organization's long-term strategic goals. By following these steps, organizations can ensure that they are well positioned to achieve their strategic objective over the long term. While strategic management accounting can provide many benefits to an organization, there are also some potential issues that can arise. Some of the most common issues include, firstly, data quality issues. Strategic management accounting relies heavily on accurate and reliable financial data. If organizations do not have reliable data sources or have data quality issues, the accuracy of the analysis and recommendation may be compromised. Second one is limited focus. Strategic management accounting may be too focused on financial data and may not take into account other important factors such as customer satisfaction or employee engagement that can impact business performance. Next is overemphasis on short-term results. Strategic management accounting may encourage decision makers to focus solely on short-term financial performance at the expense of long-term strategic goals. Next is resistance to change. So, strategic management accounting may be met with resistance from employees who are not familiar with the methodology or who may be resistant to change. So, overall, while strategic management accounting can provide significant benefits to the organization, it is important to be aware of these potential issues and take steps to mitigate them. This can include investing in data quality, taking a more holistic approach to performance evaluation, balancing short-term and long-term results.
Strategic issues in management accounting need to be handled in order to provide the best decision-making support for managers. Strategic issues in management accounting help managers to identify areas of potential cost savings, assess the financial performance of the business, and make decisions about the best use of resources to achieve the desired strategic objectives. The ability to handle strategic issues in management accounting well can help a business to remain competitive and achieve its long-term goals. The qualitative approach method was employed in the study to gather the data. Qualitative research is an approach to research that focuses on understanding the meaning of a phenomenon from the perspective of those who experience it. It typically involves the collection of data using methods such as interviews, observation, and focus groups. Qualitative research is often used to gain insight into people's values, beliefs, motivations, and behaviors. The goal is to gain an in-depth understanding of a particular topic or issue. Qualitative research is particularly useful for exploring complex topics and phenomena that may not be easily measured using quantitative methods.
Next, I will present my findings from the first article, which entitled The Importance of Strategic Management to Business Organizations by Julius Tapera. Thomson, Strickland, and Campbell 2007 identified two primary reasons why strategy is important in business organizations. They argued that a strategy-focused enterprise is more likely to be a strong bottom-line performer, and that effective strategy formulations and executions have a positive impact on the revenue growth, earnings, and return on investment. Dyson et al. 2007 preferred to term the strategic management process a strategic development process due to three key issues. Strategy formulation and implementations are inseparable business activities. Strategic planning has become the base, and strategic management is too loose a term to describe the emphasis that has to be placed upon reflective engagement and analytical questioning. In conclusion, from Article 1, it is found that strategic management is an important part of the business organizations in terms of positive impact on revenue growth, earning, and return on investment, and also a very important component of performance measurements of a company. Next is my findings from the Article 2 entitled Assessing Strategic Management Accounting Practices in Public Interest Companies in Malaysia by Nick Herda, Nick Abdullah. Strategic Management Accounting (SMA) is an accounting practice that is widely adopted in many countries but not widely adopted in Malaysia during those times. The article was aiming to investigate the extent of SMA techniques in government-linked companies (GLC) to create a superior performance of the companies. A study by Sulaiman 2004 found that there are many firms that still adopt conventional management accounting techniques. Yap 2013 found that the adoption rates for SMA practices by Malaysian companies were comparatively lower than in other countries, and this study emphasized on SMA practices in GLCs due to the importance of having it in every GLC as it reflects on long-term performance, business sustainability, and environmentally with competitive advantages. Porter in 1985 suggested that companies use value chain analysis to improve their place by making their customer list better and gain a competitive edge. In addition to value chain analysis, adopting strategic cost analysis would help finding the causes of cost in the value chain and those of rivals. This would give a better idea of how competitive each company is. So this knowledge can be used to find ways to save money and help the GLCs get an edge over their competitors. On the other hand, the cost of product's life start when the product or service is first designed and continue through its creation, launch, production, sales, and even after it has been taken off the market. So Sescon on 2019 wrote that life cycle costing help predict and add up the cost of an object over its whole life. So life cycle costing can be aware for GLCs to better control manufacturing costs because it helps with better planning and creation of products from the start. This makes sure that cost reduction is done well so that the competitive edge can be gained. With other methods like goal costing, GLCs will be able to figure out what cost they should aim for. So Gilding on the year of 2000 said that this method can be used to find the target price of a product on the market, as well as the margin to target profit and the difference between the margin and the target sale price to find the target cost. So target pricing can be seen in the consumer durable industries, which is very competitive. So target costing is a good idea because it will be used during the design and planning stages of a product. So it will have the most effect on the price of the goods. On the other hand, value engineering methods and breakdown analysis are very helpful for putting target pricing into action. So it is believed that SMA practices will help GLCs improve their success by giving them a competitive edge.
Findings from article of Strategic Management, Accounting and Performance Implication by Jafar Odra, Abdullah Promis Iput and Muhammad Mubarak. Also prompted by the central thread that emerged from analysis of the selected literature, the findings from this article is organized along these core themes, which is strategic management accounting techniques. While literature distinguishes numerous forms of strategic management accounting techniques that organization may embrace towards enabling effective management decision making, and organizational performance evidence was found in reviewed literature that in some organizations, practitioners do not believe that strategic management accounting as a separate concept is a notion they subscribe to. The next article is about strategic management accounting practices in business, a systematic review of the literature and future research direction by Nick Herda Nick Abdullah. This article used a systematic literature review approach to identify the motivation to adopt SMA practices, evidence of the usage of SMA practices, a synthesis of the impacts of SMA on business goals, and knowledge gaps in the current literature about SMA practices and business goals. The study's primary contribution are in-depth overview of peer-reviewed literature on SMA practices by highlighting its benefit, challenges, opportunities, as well as future research direction that serve as a basis for future study and practice. Since it's a promising emergence in the last years of the past century, SMA has attracted the attention of researchers to uncover areas such as the techniques that fit the definition of SMA, the extent of usage of SMA in various types of organization, the factors that influence the adoption of SMA, the impact of SMA, adoption on organizational performance, and the challenges in implementing SMA. The systematic review shows that there are various reasons for the adoption of SMA in business organizations.
I want to discuss about article Strategy Management, Accounting and Performance Implication, a literature review, research agenda by Future Bus J. The importance of management accounting, and in particular the strategic management accounting element as a tool for enable top management to make effective decisions that enable organization compete effectively in the marketplace, is gaining increasing mention in management discourse. In the discourse, 5 core categorization of SMA technique, which is strategic costing, strategic planning, control and performing measurement, strategic decision making, competitor accounting and customer accounting. Next is management accounting practice, a literature review and opportunity for future research by Mahmud Rashid. The study also confirmed that most of SMA techniques were not widely used in sample company. Despite the lower usage, the sample company demonstrate positive perception with respect to the perceived benefit derived from the use of SMA technique. This positive perception is reflected in the score assigned by the sample company. The perceived merit score of SMA usage are substantially greater than the usage score.
For the discussion part, I have found two articles that greatly benefit my knowledge and understanding of strategic management accounting. The first one is Strategic Management Accounting and Performance Implication, a literature review and research agenda by Jafar Ojra, Abdullah Promis Upute and Muhammad Mubarak Asomi. The finding that I have found is that SMA can have a positive impact on organizational performance, but the impact is likely to vary depending on number of factors, such as the organization industry, size, and strategy. The second one is that there are a number of different SMA techniques that can be used, but the most appropriate technique will be depending on specific situation. There needs to be adaptability on using the SMA technique. The third one is that SMA can be used to support a variety of strategic objectives, such as cost reduction, revenue growth, and market share expansion, and more. And the last but not least, the author agreed that the more research is needed to better understand the relationship between SMA and organizational performance. My finding on second article is that Strategic Management Accounting by Mahmoud Laridash Bayas, Shaban Mohammadi, and Ali Mohammadi. It entails that the future performance of companies is highly dependent on the quality of decision made by the management and owners. The second one is that decisions always require information from within and outside the organization. This proves that information is very important in the digitalization era that we live in right now. The third one is that government should not interfere in the economy too much, as this can worsen the situation. The fourth one is that countries that are ahead of us in terms of strategic management accounting will have a competitive advantage. This proves to be true, and we need to develop our country to have more knowledge and industry expert on strategic management accounting, as it will benefit our economy greatly. The last one is that we need to overcome the denial phase and start working on strategic cooperation to ensure that strategic management accounting can be implemented more, and so that it can improve our economy and country's growth.